Now let's talk about or understand the step-by-step process for filing a H-1B transfer. I know it can be daunting, but I'll break it down into straightforward and simple steps. First, of course, you have to have a job offer from a US employer who's willing to sponsor you for the H-1. Then you file a labor condition application. This is filed with the Labor Department. It's usually filed online. And this takes about 5 to 7 days to get approved. And in the LCA or the labor condition application, the employer puts the prevailing wage in there, and he puts in the offered wage, and it shows that he'll be paying higher or equivalent to the prevailing wage, and also the employer will show that he or she is not negatively impacting the working conditions of US workers. So there's some check boxes that have to be marked stating that. Your job is mentioned, if there's an incline, that's mentioned, your salary is mentioned, and your work location is mentioned. Once the DOL is reviewed and certified, then we move on to the next step, which is filing of the I-129 petition. Now, you include the approved LCA, the I-129 petition, all the forms that come under the umbrella of the I-129 petition. And then, of course, you submit a petitioner letter which shows information about the company, information about the beneficiary, their education, job description, how they qualify, etc., etc. In addition, you would also put in supporting documents such as proof of the person's status, their I-94, their pay stubs, H-1B approval, previous H-1B approval, their educational credentials to show that they qualify, and of course their passport. Please make sure that the passport has not expired. So once you file, you'll get a USCIS will send you a receipt that they have your case. Now, if you file it online, which you can, then you'll get this receipt instantly. So there is an advantage in filing online. If you file it by paper, by mail, then you'll get the receipt in about 10 business days. Now, USCIS will review your petition after sending the receipt, and they may send a request for further evidence if they need any further documentation or any further explanation, or they might send you an approval. And after the RFE, they could, of course, send a denial as well. So let's presume that it's approved. So once approved, you can then continue working for your employer or start working for your employer, whatever the situation might be.